Hello and welcome to Projector! And today I'm reviewing the latest Paranormal Activity movie. As you can probably tell, Paranormal Activity 4 does not add anything new to the table. It tries the characters going through the motions of finding out things that we've already discovered in the Paranormal Activity movies that came before it. There is no reason to tread the same ground. We've had 3 movies to establish this. Because everything else is tedious and filled with stupid, illogical characters. It's not like there's spy cameras throughout the entire house, you know, recording 24/7. And then it goes all into a big twist ending where exactly what you might predict may happen because you've already seen the other Paranormal Activity movies where the same thing happens at the end of them. Paranormal Activity 4 is the same old story again. The scares are a sight. No reason for you to go and see Paranormal Activity. I'm Matthew Buck, fading out.
I can put movie reviews on the internet, and people will actually watch them. Awesome!
And you will love me.
Alright, looks like the first thing I gotta do is figure out which movie I want to review. Nah, that one's been done too many times. Are those too obscure? Yeah, I think they are. Now that is a good idea. Too many people like that film, I don't get it. Alright, time to get to work. Hey everybody, I'm OSR, and today we're going to be looking at the 1994 Oscar-winning film, Forrest Gump. Since its release, this movie has captivated audiences around the world with what critics call an optimistic and sentimental look at the middle of the 20th century. And growing up, I liked it too. But as an adult, watching this movie from my childhood, I've noticed a few things that I never did before. And I have one question to the people who like this film. How can you like a movie that doesn't even like its main character? Let's take a look and I'll show you what I mean. We begin the film with a very well done shot of a feather flying through the air, landing at the feet of our protagonist, Forrest Gump, played by Tom Hanks. While waiting for the bus, he tries to spark up a friendly conversation with the people sitting and waiting with him, to which he is met by weird looks, disbelief, and utter rudeness. Jeez, these people are worse than the members of the Westminster Baptist Church. At this point, we learn that Forrest had to wear leg braces from an early age. Because of this, very few of his classmates want to be friends with him. But one of those few is Jenny. She and Forrest soon become nearly inseparable, or, as Forrest puts it,
from that day on, we was always together. Jenny and me was like peas and carrots.
Now, the more contemporary version of this would be like, rappers and country singers. They can go together, but that does not mean that they should. One day when walking together, Forrest and Jenny are followed by some bullies.
Are you retarded or just plain stupid? Look, I'm Forrest Gump. Just run away, Forrest.
Why would he run? He looked like he took that obvious blow to the face pretty well. In fact, you should probably think about using it as a shield.
Forrest,
So following her advice, he tries to run away, but because of his leg braces, the bullies look like they will have no problem catching up until... Oh, come on. That's not possible. That's not possible. Okay, I'm calling BS. You can't just wish a minor disability away for the sake of plot convenience. So we see that Forrest can now run faster than almost anybody. So fast, in fact, that as we cut to several years later, we see that he's chased onto a football field by supposedly the same boys. Come on, guys, get over it already. Here, he attracts the attention of the Alabama head coach, who gets him into college and playing on the team. This turns out to be a great decision, as he helps the team win a national championship and gathers All-American honors. But even with this, the coach is still insulting him on the sideline. Translated, man, he sure is dumb, but I sure do love exploiting his talents for my own personal gain. By the way, the guy standing next to him is really creepy. Seriously, dude. You're more ungrateful than the people who are complaining about the 4th season of Arrested Development. You know they didn't have to bring that back, right? So for his role on the football team, we get to see Forrest visit with President Kennedy, where we get our first laughably fake CGI face of the movie. And also an immature pee joke.
How do you feel? I gotta pee. I believe he said he had to go pee.
Afterwards, Forrest goes to see Jenny at college, where she tells him that she wants to be famous.
I want to be famous.
And teases him with breast. Now, I think it's time that I tackle the prevailing argument in this movie, that Forrest is dumb. Now, I have one argument for this. He graduated from college. You know, back then, only about 10% of the population had a college degree, right? You're telling me that a top 10 student is dumb? Give me a break. After he graduates, he is persuaded to become part of the U.S. Army, where he meets fellow platoon member Bubba, who becomes his best friend at boot camp. And what do they spend most of their time talking about?
You ever been on a real shrimp boat? I've been working on shrimp boats all my life.
Shrimp, shrimping.
I know everything there is to know about the shrimping business. Shrimp. Matter of fact, I'm going into the shrimping business for myself. After I get out the army, shrimp.
With Forrest passing all exercises with flying colors.
Damn it, Gump! You're a goddamn genius!
He and Bubba are shipped out to Vietnam, where they meet Lieutenant Dan, who, not surprisingly, treats them like crap.
What's wrong with your lip?
We are then treated to a few sights from Forrest's tour of Vietnam. Afterwards, Bubba asked Forrest a very important question.
How would you like to go into the shrimping business with me?
Okay.
Possibly to make sure that Bubba stops saying the word so much, Forrest promises Bubba that they will go into the shrimping business when they get out of the army. A few months in, however, we see Forrest's platoon is attacked by the enemy. After being told to, Forrest runs out of harm's way, though he does so while leaving everybody else behind. He then turns around and goes back in, pulling out and saving almost every member of his platoon. Every member, that is, except for Bubba, who doesn't pull through. And with this, Forrest loses possibly his best friend.
Why don't you write a paragraph about how sad it is?
Oh my god! It's Johnny Cockblock! He's totally not me in a different outfit. Wait, what do you want?
I'm here to see you cut down on the exposition, that's what.
But this is a critical point in the film. I have to explain what's going on.
No, you don't. You're reviewing the film, not summarizing it. How long of a video do you think people are gonna stay at? 15 minutes? 20 minutes? Here's a hint. If the video's too long, people are gonna rather watch the actual movie.
Well, what should I do then?
Well, for starters, you can cut down on the summarizing and stick to the critiquing. This is a review, right? Second, get rid of that stupid, unnecessary action scene at the end of the video. Nobody wants to see that. Third, get rid of any unnecessary scenes and side characters.
Whew. Glad that's over with. Wait a minute. If I got rid of him, doesn't that mean that whole speech didn't happen?